Hello friends, welcome to the series of lectures of Mathematics 1. Myself Hardik Patel from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. In today's session, we are going to learn the application of definite integrals and you have learned the application of single integrals and you have learned how to find the area by the single integration. Now in today's session, we are going to learn how to find the volume by the single integration in three-dimension geometry. So the first topic is volume by slicing method. If we are going to learn the slicing method, then first we require the cross-section plane region of any three-dimension geometry. This method's formula is based on like volume is equal to area into height. That means suppose if you have given any three-dimension geometry here, like this pen, suppose, and you are going to find the cross-section area, then the cross-section of this pen will be going to be a circle, correct? So this is the cylinder, and if you have to find the volume of a cylinder, then what you have to do? You have to take a cross-section, that will be a circle, and area of a circle is nothing but it is a pi r square, and you have to multiply pi r square with the height. Correct? That's why we have the volume of a cylinder is pi r square into h. That means what we are going to do, we are going to take the cross section area and we are multiplying that cross section area with the height, and that will give the volume. This method is called the slicing method. By this method, the volume of solid is known as the cross sectional area AX from x is equal to A to x is equal to B is given by volume V is equal to integration from A to B, integration from A to B, AX dx, where AX nothing but it is the area of a cross section. Okay. Now AX must be integrable, then only you can find the volume. Similarly, if the volume of the solid is known cross sectional area from y is equal to C to y is equal to D is given by volume V is equal to integration from C to D, dy dy. Now see, there are two possibilities. Either you can take the cross section perpendicular to x-axis or you can take the cross section perpendicular to the y-axis. If we are going to take a cross section perpendicular to x-axis, then in that case we are going to use the first formula, this one, v is equal to integration from a to b ax dx. And if we are going to take the cross section perpendicular to y-axis, then in that case we are going to use the formula integration c to d by dy. Okay. Now we are going on to the example. See, first of all, find the volume of a cone with the height 4 centimeter and the radius of base is 4 centimeter and use the method of slicing. Now see what you have given. You have given one cone and cone has a height 4 centimeter and the radius of base is 4 centimeter. That means whatever the circle at a base we have, it has a radius 4 centimeter. Now what we are going to consider that we are considering that the cone is centered at origin with its axis lies on positive x-axis. That means whatever the center line from where we are considering the radius, it is lying on positive x-axis and whatever the top is going to lie at a point 0, 0, 0. So the figure is like this. Here see, we are considering that this is a 0, 0 point, correct, in xy plane, and this is the cone. In three dimension, if you are going to assume, then this is the cone, and the center line lies on positive x-axis. That means from where we are considering the radius, that line is going to be lie on positive x-axis. So this height is 4, correct, and this height is also 4. So you have 4:4 ratio. That means this, if you are going to take each ratio, then this height is 4, this height is 4. In that case, if you are taking any point here, correct, then suppose this distance is x, then this height is also going to be x. Why? Because both ratios are same, correct, because they are from same triangle and cone is not going to be changed out. So that means the radius of any circle which is perpendicular to x-axis, if you are considering the radius, then it is nothing but it is x. So if you are going to start with a cross section area, then it is going to be a AX is equal to pi x square, because area of a circle is pi r square and r is nothing but it is x. Okay. Now you have to find the volume. Then you have to find the volume from point 0 to 4, because your cross section is starting with 0 and the slicing is going to be up to point x is equal to 4. So volume is given by integration a to b ax dx, but a is 0, b is 4. So integration from 0 to 4 pi x square dx. Now integrate and put the limits. That will give you the answer pi into 64 by 3. And since it is given in the centimeters, so the volume is pi 64 pi by 3 centimeter cube. See, unit is given, that's why we have to write down our answer in the form of unit. Okay. Now, we are going to start with the volume of solid of revolution. See, suppose you have given any curve in 2 dimensions. Okay. Here you have suppose any curve. Then there are 2 possibilities. Either you can rotate it with x-axis. That means suppose this is x-axis, this is your any curve, and you are going to rotate the x-axis. That means you are going to rotate this like this. Then in that case, it is going to be rotated along x-axis and it is going to generate volume, because it is going to rotate along x-axis. So this area is going to be rotated along x-axis and then it will going to be generate one volume. Correct? Same manner, you can rotate the curve along y-axis also. Suppose this is y-axis and this curve is, we are going to rotate y-axis. Then you have a volume along y-axis. So there are 2 possibilities. Either you are rotating along x-axis or you are rotating along y-axis. So what we are going to do is revolution about x-axis. Correct? So if you have given a revolution about x-axis, where area is bounded by the curve y is equal to fx, and in between the ordinate line x is equal to a and x is equal to b, and original x-axis, which is revolved about x-axis, then the volume is given by v is equal to pi integration a to b y square dx. Why it is like this? Because see, suppose this is your curve in 2 dimensions and you are integrating this in between x is equal to a to x is equal to b. This curve is y is equal to fx. Correct? So if you are going to take any point here, then this side is going to be, since this point is going to be x comma y. So this side is, suppose this point is x, then this point is going to be y. So this height will be y. Now what you are going to do, you are going to rotate this along x-axis. That means you are going to rotate this along x-axis. Then you will have circle like this, because you are rotating along x-axis. Same manner, each point is going to be rotated. Then for each point you have a circle with radius vector y, because this height is always going to be y. That's why the cross section area is going to be a pi y square. And you have to integrate it from x is equal to a to x is equal to b. Now pi y square, that means here you have to put y is equal to fx. Then only you can integrate this function. Okay. Same manner, if you are taking the revolution about y-axis, then the area bounded by the curve x is equal to gy and abacus y is equal to c and y is equal to d. Okay. Then that means you have 2 lines parallel to x-axis, y is equal to c and y is equal to d. Then the volume is given by v is equal to pi integration c to dx square dy. That means if you are rotating about y-axis, suppose see, I am going to draw here one curve. This curve is given and you have these 2 lines. This is y is equal to c line. This line is y is equal to d line. And here you are rotating this curve along y-axis. Then here it is like this. It is going to be rotated. Then you have a circle along y-axis. So it is again the cross section is going to be a circle. Same. Because you are taking a rotation. So for each point you have a cross section and it is going to be a circle, and this height, now see, this radius vector is nothing but, see, if this point is x comma y, then this radius is nothing but it is x. Correct? So here you have integration v is nothing but it is integration from c to d x square dy, where x square, that means you have to put the value of x in the form of y and then you have to integrate. Okay? So these are the basic concepts for simple volume of revolution. Now we are going to volume of a solid generated by the revolution of area about any axis, where when some area is revolved about any axis, then the volume of the solid generated is given by V is equal to pi integration A to B R square dH, where R is nothing but it is perpendicular distance to the curve from the axis of revolution. Okay. So please remember that suppose this is xy and you have given this any curve, and now I am going to take one line, any line here. Suppose this is the line which we have taken. Okay. And now you are rotating about this axis. That means you are rotating about this line. Then you have to take the perpendicular distance from this line. This is the 90 angle, and this is called radius r. And you are rotating this curve from whatever the point. Suppose you are rotating it from some point this, x is equal to or y is equal to this to this, then you will have the rotation where h is nothing but height of this one. That means h is nothing but the height of this rotation. Okay. So please remember, in general, this is the volume for rotation about any axis. Done? Now, we are going to start with the example. Generally, we have given the rotation about some parallel axis. That means either parallel to x or parallel to y line. Okay. Transverse line is not generally given, or it is generally about x-axis or y-axis. Now, the region between the curve y is equal to root x, where x lies between 0 to 4, and the x-axis is revolved about the x-axis to generate a solid and find its volume. See, what you have given, y is equal to root x, that means y square is equal to x, correct? And x-axis, and where is x lies between 0 to 4. That means this is the curve of y is equal to root x, that means y square is equal to x. Now x is between 0 to 4, so this point is 0 and this point is 4. X is equal to 0 and x is equal to 4. This line is going to be x is equal to 4 line. Now this is going to be this area bounded by x-axis, that means y is equal to 0 line, y is equal to root x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 4. This area is going to be rotated along x-axis. That means you are going to rotate this along x-axis. Then for each point, we have volume like this one. Correct? So this is going to be rotated along x-axis. Then you will have a circle like this at each point. And then whatever the area you get, that is the whatever the volume you get, that is the volume of revolution. So if you are going to consider, then this is the rotation about x-axis, correct? So your formula is going to be a V is equal to integration pi into integration a to b y square dx. That means pi into integration 0 to 4 y square dx, because integration x is between 0 to 4. And y is nothing but it is root x, so y square will be x, correct? Now integrate this, that will give you x square by 2, and put the limit, and that will give you pi into 8 minus 0. That means you have answer 8 pi. See, here you are not given the units, that's why we are not writing any unit here. So this is the volume, unit cube, because volume in a form of cube. So this is whatever the centimeter, then it is centimeter cube, meter, then it is meter cube. Okay. So this is the answer for volume of revolution. Now we are going to find the volume generated by the two intersecting curves, and this method is called the washer method. Basically, this is the disk method, but here you have more than one curve. That's why what is going to be done, instead of disk, you have the two disks, and you have to find the area between two disks. So it is the area like a washer. That's why this method is called the washer method. Suppose A is the area bounded by two curves, y1 is equal to f1x and y2 is equal to f2x. And x is equal to, you have to find use the area between x is equal to A to x is equal to B. And we are going to take the rotation about x-axis. Then the solid generated by the revolution of area about x-axis between the ordinates x is equal to A and x is equal to b is given by volume V is equal to pi into integration a to b y2 square minus y1 square. See, suppose you have given this and you have given any two curves like this, okay, and we are finding the volume of this area. So we have two radius. First one is y1, the larger one is y1, and the smaller one is y2. Correct? So what you have to do is you have to find the volume of the larger one, and then you have to subtract the volume of the smaller one. That means y2 is the larger here we have written, and y1 is the smaller. In formula we have written like this. Okay. So y2 is the larger one and y1 is the smaller one. So what you have to do, larger one has the area pi y2 square and smaller one has the area pi y1 square. So you have to subtract them. Then here you have the disk like this. And see, this shape is nothing but it is the shape of a washer. And that's why this method is called the washer method. Okay. Provided that F2 is, that means Y2 is greater than Y1. Okay. Same manner we are going to use for about y-axis. So in that case, you have to write down x1 square minus x2 square or x2 square minus x1 square according to the larger one. Now find the area. Suppose the region enclosed by parabola y is equal to x square plus 1 and the straight line y is equal to 2x plus 1. This is revolved about x-axis. Okay. Then find the volume of a solid of revolution about x-axis. Correct? So what we have two curves. Y is equal to x square plus 1 and y is equal to 2x plus 1. So first what we are going to do, we have not given the end points. So we are going to find the intersection points of these two. And what you have given, that area between these two curves is going to be revolved about x-axis. So intersection point of these two, if you are going to find, then compare these two, and that will give x square plus 1 is equal to 2x. And that will give x square minus 2x is equal to 0. And that will give x into x minus 2 is 0. So either x is 0 or x is 2. So if x is 0, then you will have y is 1. And if x is equal to 2, then you will have y is equal to 5. That means we have a two intersection point, 0, 1 and 2, 5. Correct? So we have a two intersection points. Now we are going to use the volume. Now, so this is the figure which we are going to do for this example is nothing but like this. See, this is the parabola y is equal to x square plus 1. And this is the line y is equal to 2x plus 1. Correct? This point is 0, 1. This point is 2, 5, which we had find out the intersection point. Correct? So we have a two curves. And now you are going to rotate about x-axis. So you have a two radius, first this one and second this one. The larger one is and the smaller one is this. Larger one is the radius for a straight line and the smaller one is the radius for a parabola. So if you are going to rotate this along x-axis, then you will have area volume like this in 3 dimensions and you will get the washer. Correct? So we are applying the formula of a washer. Then we have V is equal to pi integration A to B y2 square minus y1 square dx. So pi from integration 0 to 2. See, you are putting the values of x. So x varies from 0 to 2 because we are going to use the intersection point 0, 1 and 2, 5. So x is going to be from 0 to 2. Okay, y2 square, that means the larger one, that is the straight line, that is 2x plus 1. And y1 square, that is the parabola, that is x square plus 1 the whole square. Now simplify this term, that is give you x raised to 4 plus 2x square plus 1. And now we are going to integrate. So this is the integration cube by 3 into coefficient, that will be a 2. Minus x raised to 5 by 5, x square as x cube by 3 and 1 is our integration x. Now put the limits, all limits and simplify. That will give you the answer 104 upon 15 pi. Again here the unit is not given, so it is unit q. Okay. Same manner, the last method is a cylindrical shell method. Now, this method is used when the axis of rotation is not a part of a boundary of a plane area capital A. Correct? So, if the area is rotated about y-axis, then the volume is given by integration from x is equal to a to x is equal to b, 2 pi x into y dx. And if you are rotating about x-axis, then the volume is given by y is from C to D, 2 pi y into x dy. Okay. See, here we are going to consider in a opposite direction, because see, suppose what we are starting with, see, here is a curve. Suppose this is any curve y is equal to f of x, and we are going to take the rotation about y-axis. We are going to rotate this curve about y-axis. Sorry. So if you are going to rotate about y-axis, then you have to take like this. Okay. So this area is going to be rotated about y-axis. To use the cylinder method. That means now what we are going to do, we are going to use one strip parallel to y-axis, because you are rotating about y-axis. Correct? And since you are rotating about y-axis, so what you have to do is you have to take one strip parallel to y-axis, and now you are going to rotate it about y-axis. So what you are going to do, I am going to take one rotation about y-axis. So this rotation will give you the cylinder like this. Correct? And what we are going to do, we are going to considering all cylinder like this, and we are going to add the surfaces of all of them. So that will going to be generate the volume. Okay. So if you are going to find the surface area, then the surface area of a cylinder is given by 2 pi RH. 2 pi RH. Why? Because see, 2 pi R is a perimeter of a circle and H is a height of a cylinder. Correct? So it will be a 2 pi RH. So R is a radius. So from this distance to this distance, that is a radius, and that will be x. So it is written 2 pi x, and height will be a y. So it is written y. Correct? So this height, this point is going to be a y, because you are considering distance from x axis. So this point is x comma y, and you are going to find the rotation. That's why it is 2 pi r x into y. Same manner, if you are going to calculate about x-axis, then in that case, it is 2 pi y, because see, radius will be now y and x will be the height, because it is perpendicular to original one. Done? So this is the cylindrical shell method. Here we are using the cylinder method. That's why whenever you are considering about x-axis, so here we are going to use the surface area of a cylinder. Okay, please remember this. Now we are going on to the example. Find the volume generated by revolving the area bounded by parabola 2y is equal to x square, x is equal to 4, y is equal to 0 about y-axis. Correct? Now see, first of all, we are starting with the curve 2y is equal to x square, and if you are going to find the intersection point of this two, then you are going to put x is equal to 4, then that will give you the point y is equal to 8. So you have the intersection of parabola and line is nothing but 4, 8. Correct? So x is equal to 0, then y is equal to 0. That means you have intersection point of this two. 2y is equal to x square and y is equal to 0. That means x axis. So the intersection points are 0, 0 and 4, 8. So this is the area. 2y is equal to x square is a parabola along positive y axis. Correct? X is equal to 4 is a perpendicular line. This line is x is equal to 4 line. So this point is 4, 0. This point is 4, 8. This point is 4, 0. This point is 0, 0. And y is equal to 0 is your x axis. So this area you have. And we are going to rotate this about y axis. Correct? So we are going to rotate about y axis. So please remember that. Now what is the radius and what is the height? What we are going to do is, we are going to draw one strip parallel to y-axis in this area. Correct? So this area is going to be covered out. So this point is your what? Your x comma y point. Then, so this point is x comma y. So if you are going to take a radius vector, then this distance is x. And x is equal to nothing but you have under root 2y. And this height is y, and y is nothing but it is x square by 2. So whatever the integration you are going to take, that will be volume. V is equal to integration from 0 to, sorry, x is equal to a to x is equal to b, 2 pi x y dx, correct? Now the limits of x is from 0 to 4, x remains x and y is replaced with x square by 2 because we are integrating with respect to x. So from the curve equation, you have a curve parabola. So from that, you have y is equal to x square by 2. Now putting this value and simplify and integrate. So you will have 2 to cancel out, pi common out, and you will have x cube. X cube has an integration x raised to 4 by 4 and limit is from 0 to 4. If you are going to substitute the value, then you will have answer 64 pi. Correct? So this is the method of shell method which we have learned here. These are some of the examples which you have to do yourself. This is a practice example. And if you have any query or any doubt regarding this topic, then please feel free to contact me. Thank you so much.